My aim was to subvert the New Yorker tradition of the talk story, which was the talk of the town was always written, meant as if it was one person. It would say, we did so-and-so, we saw so-and-so. And I was the only black person, I think I was the second black person or so, a woman anyway, to write for the New Yorker. And I didn't feel like we, apart from the fact that I didn't feel like the we of the other writers. I don't like being a we. I like being an I, though I feel very much a part of a we. I think my I can't exist without a we. But when I'm writing, I only like an I. So I was always trying to subvert the form of the talk story. The other thing, I was trying to write fiction, and again, I didn't want to write a story. I wanted to do something unusual, which ended up, the first short story I wrote ended up being one sentence of 650 words. So that writing the Nancy Drew party like a Nancy Drew story was very much part of something I would do. For instance, I went to a book launch party by Milton Friedman, who had written a book with his wife called Free to Be, or some explanation for exploiting people. A book designed for that. Anyway, I knew if I said, I hate Milton Friedman, that my editor, Mr. Shawn, would never publish it because he didn't like that kind of hostile expression. So what I did was I wrote about the party, again, food, breakfast, I was hungry. I wrote about the party of the book launch as an expense account. And if you read it, that's all it is, a list of things at the book party. I even called up Milton Friedman and Mrs. Friedman and asked them how much their clothes cost, and I put it in a ledger. The way I came up, I was always trying to come up with some way of not doing it the way you should do it, and so that's how that came about.